This is unexpected, but kind of expected, I guess. The Volkswagen Rabbit pickup truck that I worked on last winter, I brought it back in. I'm doing some more work on it. You know, I showed the build series, which I am finishing up, and I wanted to show what's going on now. Now, while I decided not to film like pulling the engine and putting the engine back in and all the dressing and undressing that goes on there, I do want to let you know that the original 1.6 liter engine here is coming out. The 1.8 liter with the camshaft upgrade and some of the other upgrades that I've done to it, little porting and polishing, is going to be going back into its place. You can't see it, it's off camera, but I'll take a picture of it here. I've got two transmissions, right? The original 4-speed, and it's going to be swapped out with a 5-speed that has a much taller overdrive, so that with that new engine and the higher RPMs and the higher horsepower that it can produce, I'm able to cruise nicely on the highways or on the back roads in 5th gear with a relatively low RPM to get good gas mileage. Because strangely enough, I'm not really all that into speed. I really am just into fuel mileage. But a nice GTI engine with the performance upgrades that I've done to it is both powerful and fuel economic. So let's do it. I want to show y'all the engine bay here. This is going to be a real short video, but just wanted to kind of bring you along with part, I guess this will be 6, 7, and 8, pulling it out, putting it back in, and then taking it for a nice spin. Let's check it out. So here's our two transmissions. There's the old one coming out right there. That one there is the 4-speed. And over here, it's going to need a lot of cleaning and polishing before it gets reinstalled. I'm also waiting on a transmission mount. I'm replacing all the mounts and bushings and everything. But there's our new one. Got a new clutch kit for it as well. That's a 5-speed. That's an FF transmission. This was a GC transmission. These were pretty much the transmission back in the day, but the speed limit was only 55 back then. And so they didn't wind up too tall at 55. But at 65 or 70, whoo boy, these things would really, really scream. So we got that going on. Luckily the boots and axles are in great shape, so I'm just going to be reusing those. Probably going to clean though and paint the axles, make them nice and shiny. Everything's getting cleaned and painted while I got everything apart. Here's the old engine here. Nothing wrong with this. So this engine, I'm going to strip it down, take off the covers and the intake and the exhaust, swap that over to the new engine. But I'm going to just kind of store this block. So if something ever goes wrong with the GTI engine that I'm putting in there, no worries, I can always put this back in. It's a perfectly good running 1.6 liter. This is the EJ engine, which was popular in 1980 model, fuel injected. It's interesting, this car did not come with AC, but that's head. Usually a non-AC, the water outlet's over here. So I don't know if it ever had the head replaced or what's going on there. But as far as I can tell, it's all original. It just seems to be odd that they used an AC head with a non-AC car. Anyway, let's take a look at the engine. All right, and here is the actual engine bay, and this is going to get a lot of work. So this had that black paint done on the inside from the factory, and you can see over here on this side, it's like it's missing. It's like, I don't know if they just forgot or I don't know what was going on. But I'm going to take the opportunity to strip this whole thing down bare, and I'm going to clean and scuff it up, and I'm going to paint this a matching silver. I just want that lighter color. We'll go in here and clean the control arms, paint the control arms. I've already replaced the steering rack and boots and all that stuff, but bushings there. And I have a 5-speed linkage swap kit, so that's all going to get replaced while this is out. But like all this will get painted silver and cleaned up. Tidy up my wiring on this side, and anything that's loose or ugly looking we'll redo and retape and rewire. And so it's just making it. It's just a refresh, But it's a little more than I was planning on doing with this car. But I plan on keeping this one forever. And I do that. I mean, like through retirement and then some. Obviously, eventually, everything grows old, But this car has no rust on it at this point. None. It's a West Coast car. You can see in the areas that usually have issues, there's just nothing going on there. It's just clean as a bone. So we're going to try to keep it that way as long as possible. But if you're going to daily drive a 40-year-old vehicle, by the time it gets to 55 years old, it's probably going to need some serious work. And I'll probably be beyond the point in my life where I'm willing to do that. And I'll pass it along to somebody else. So that's it. That's what we're going on with. I'll show you some updates as we get through the winter here, but just wanted to take a second there to show you what I've been doing. Again, I do work on a lot of customer cars, but this year I did not purchase a car to flip. Usually I do one restoration every year. This year I was not able to find a vehicle that I wanted. We came close to getting an MGB, and we came close to getting a Geo Metro convertible, but both of them were just not the right car. So decided to go ahead and put the time and effort into this one instead. Anyway, until next time, my friends, take care.